The enemies of Israel occupying the land are the exact mirror opposite of what should be. The war in Israel, it's not like another war. It's not like Russia and Ukraine. It's a war between two diametrically opposed civilizations. One, an embodiment of good, and one, literally, an embodiment of evil. That's exactly what their wickedness was exposed as 3,000 years ago. Moshe doesn't leave it abstract. He doesn't just say evil. In Parashat Re'eh, he names the sin that defiled the land. For every abomination to Hashem, which he hates, they have done for their gods. For even their sons and their daughters, they burn in the fire to their gods. Deuteronomy chapter 12, verse 31. In the days of the Bible, the land of Israel vomited out the wicked nations because they turned their children into sacrifices. They desecrated the most sacred. We just spoke about the importance of children, the importance of family, and here civilization corrupts the most precious. God calls us his children, teaching us how to see each other, teaching us how to relate to each other, how to relate to him. And the evil of the nations is that they're taking the most sacred, intimate, and loving relationship and turning it into evil, violence, and destruction. You look at what happened then, and you look at what's happening now, Hamas and the nations. Friends, is it not chilling that today we're fighting an enemy in Gaza that does the very same thing? Hamas literally has turned their children into sacrifices, using their own civilians, sacrificing it to their God and their ideology. They hide rockets in schools, they dig tunnels under hospitals, they place launchers in neighborhoods, knowing Israel is going to be forced to defend themselves. And then they parade the casualties before the world as propaganda. People used to say Hamas is using civilians as human shields. But then a truth was brought to the world when people started saying it's not human shields. Hamas is using human sacrifices. They are burning their sons and daughters on the altar of the fire of war, cynically sacrificing them to rally the nations against Israel, and it's working. I always point out the woke supporters of Hamas against Israel, they chant free Palestine. But Hamas and the jihadists never chant free Palestine. They always invoke their God. Their murder and terror is not an act of political defiance, it's an act of worship. The Torah said it 3,000 years ago. There is an abomination that defiles the land. That's why the nations that practiced that vile behavior, sacrificing their children, lost their right to live in the land. The same principle applies today. There is no room for anyone practicing jihad in the land of Israel today. They need to be eliminated or they need to be deported. There cannot be any coexistence with such evil in the land.